Hello, hello. It's me, Cookie. I'm back for the remainder of the video. I may, depending on the eyes, I'm thinking we may actually, not even though I just said remainder, I'm going to take it away and say this is like, we'll say it's like half the remainder. Like, they'll probably, I'll break like 10, maybe like 10 minutes into like around two different parts or something like that, because I want to make sure that you really know how to put on the strip lashes very well, and also know how to do the eyeshadow part, the blush, the lip. So I think blush and lip is one part, and then we'll do shadow and lashes as another part. But we'll probably actually do shadow and lashes first, just because that makes it easier to decide what we're gonna do for the rest of our look. What was the? Well, look what I got in my thing. So this is what I'm using. I'm using the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and it smells amazing. And this is what it looks like on the inside. This is like too cute for words. It's called like a caramelized Georgia candied peach. I love that, just peachy, luscious white peach, charmed. Like that's all the these are the kind of names. Talk derby to me. Okay, I get it. That's funny. All right, so let's see here. Now there's a chart for me. Hold on, where is it? What did I do with the chart? There's like a little like thing that I can see what the different names are that I'm using, so that way I know for sure. Okay. Yeah, no, it's easier just to look at the palette, to be honest. I don't know why I thought for a second like I couldn't just look down and just tell you what it was called. But that's what happens when we do a tutorial when we're recovering from a concussion. Okay, so I guess I'm going to start with this color called Peaches and Cream. Should have called it Cookies and Cream. Just saying. Okay. This is just like a nice neutral color just for us to kind of start with. That's what I always do, is always say like start with a nice neutral color. Now, normally, I would do just kind of one eye at a time and just like go like that. But because I'm trying to be efficient with the time and also teach you, I'm going to do kind of just both at the same time, because that's possible and it does save you some time, like some brushes, because I don't have like all my brushes here. Most of them are at school because that's where I do my professional work, and I don't like to use those really on myself that much. Not that it really matters because they're clean, but still. Okay, so I want to do something that I can build from a day look to a night look for you, so I can show you like what you would do if you were going to do either one. Yeah, that works. Okay, so I think we're going to use this nice, let's use the Candied Peach. And we're going to use Summer Yam. So I'm going to show you these. Hold on. Because I want these colors to be stuff that like you're going to actually like use during the day. So like this is the Candied Peach, and then this is the Summer Yam. Okay, now it makes me think of that song. Like there's some song by like Fetty Wap called like Sweet Yams. My gosh, now it's gonna be stuck in my head. Okay. So what we will do is we're gonna get this, and we're just gonna start with our lighter color. You want to have like maybe like at least 2 to 3 colors that we're gonna work with, because I want to see like how pigmented these are. These are very this is actually very pigmented. So yeah, we'll definitely be using 3. We can go into 3 colors probably. Like just that alone, like wow, like I'm literally like I am just lightly just going like this, and that really put down like a lot of pigment. I'm very impressed with that. It's cute. There's a little bit of a sparkle in it too. Like it's a nice peachy color. And then we're gonna go in. There's this one here called Puree. That can be my transition to the next color. It's just kind of like a nice, like a nice brown kind of color. Oh, I like that. It's like really pretty. It's actually even prettier than what I thought it was going to be. Look at that. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm getting like literally, like I'm going to show you this. Okay. Look, see this? That's the thing. I'm trying to do this in a way that I can actually hold it for you and show you without being like totally awkward. Okay. So look, I get this and I just tap it like that. Okay, that's all I'm doing is tapping it, and then I'm tapping it like I'm just, you know, if there's any excess powder on there, and then I'm applying it. And what I'm doing right now is I'm pretty much kind of just packing it on there because we're going to blend this at the end anyways. Right now we just want to get our pigment on there, and like I said, and then I'll show you how to soften it as well as blend it. So let's finish with our last color here, which is the Summer Yam. This is what should actually warm this up a lot. And this is what's going to make it like really pop. Well, it did exactly what I wanted it to. Because I like, that's one thing about like certain palettes. Like you pick a color and you're like, oh, I think it's going to do this. And then you're like, oh, that's just not what I expected it. Like, I love that for me. But this time I'm just like actually like love that. Like I love that because it's actually what I thought it would be, and it actually exceeded my expectations. Too Faced just doesn't fail me ever anyways. Okay. All right. Now let's start to just, that's what's nice too, is when you use like colors that are very close in pigment, and then you start from the lighter to the darker, you can use the same brush pretty much, because it's not going to matter, because it's like it doesn't get like all mixed up. But if you obviously started with a darker color and then you went to the lighter colors, or did something like where the pigments like kind of have almost like they look good together but really aren't in the same like range, you'll have a more difficult time doing that. I mean, it's not a problem, but you just can't use the same brush. And I'm all about not having to use like 50 million brushes unless it's absolutely necessary. So what we're doing is I'm making circle emotions. Circle emotions. There we go. There we go. And then I'm going to go back in with that Summer Yam one more time. There we go. And just keep building that. And there's actually one called Charmed Suburb. But I'm going to actually see what that looks like before I even do that. Because if I wreck this, I'm going to be like so sad. Yeah, okay. We can definitely use it, but it just has to be in a very light manner. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Now this brush here, this is just a nice fluffy brush, which is actually very nice for blending. And I like to have a couple of those like available while I'm doing this. I'm going to go back to our packing brush down here because I'm going to actually use the Summer Yam underneath my eye first. And then grab just a little bit of this in the inner corner, just so it's a little darker in the inner corner. But it goes nicely with the puree color. And then you just bring it in with that. And we'll grab a little bit of the Charmed. It's called Charmed, I'm sure, actually, not just Charmed. I just realized that now. Okay, so now it's just a little harsher than what I would want. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to grab another blending brush. Now this time we're going to grab, it's called White Peach. That's just it's just like a nice, like, matte white color. And it's, well, actually, it's not even that matte. It's actually kind of pearly. It's like an in-between, like a soft matte. And we're just going to blend that in and take it into the eyeshadow all the way to the lid, because what that does is that blends and softens. It takes away that harshness, because we don't want to look harsh. I mean, we want to be bold, but not harsh. Those are two different things, like, totally. And then honestly, you can just keep like toning it down to whatever you're trying to do. I mean, like, if it's like, you know, you're trying to be as subtle as possible, I mean, you can just keep lightening it, or what you would do to make it easier, instead of like going like just keep like trying to lighten it, you wouldn't have went in with the Charmed, I'm sure. You honestly would have just ended it with the Summer Yam. Yeah, if I was gonna go for a daytime, I would have started with probably with the Candied Peach, and then just went into the Summer Yam, and then just used the two like that. Yeah, that's what I would have done. And the puree as well. I mean, you could add the puree because that's what I used, like in the middle. So now we're gonna do my favorite part. We're gonna do the liner. I don't always do this, but when I do this right. Okay, I'm using the Kat Von D tattoo liner. She has nothing to do with the brand anymore herself, so if you're not a fan of her, don't worry about it, because she's not getting the money for this. I learned that, so I'm not out here to cause controversy. I'm like neutral. I'm like where my mother was from, like Switzerland, like neutral as could be in every way. Okay. Trying to do this so you can see it and I can see this in the mirror. If I mess this up, then we're gonna have a problem. No, there we go. Yes. Okay, now this is the most important part. I mean, I think that we can almost all master like the line at some point, especially because this is like the nice like marker one. But this is how we make the perfect cat eye. So the best thing to do is create our line. And then we're going to draw in a triangle. We can all draw a triangle. I think it's a lot easier than just going for it. And then we're going to fill in our triangle. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and then I could, wait, hold on, I can do it. Let me just fix the mirror here. Okay, I think you can. I was trying to look a minute like while I was doing that, and look what I did. I made that little dot thing, but that's okay. One thing when you're doing makeup is if you make a mistake, do not panic. If you panic, then like it's not going to go good for you. Okay, so let's do this. There we go. And it'll be all right. Like this little, I mean, you have to be looking at it like up close with the camera with like the spotlight to see that little dot. But but we're going to be putting lashes over anyway. So like, I wouldn't even fret about it. And then I'm going to go like this. Up. Up. Hold on. Give me 1 second to do this in this angle. Otherwise, we're never going to get it done. Just like we have one good brow, we always have like one eye that like I feel like it's just easier to do a cat eye on than the other one. I like that this one is, I went in just a little bit more with that one, so I'm just going to even that out. Yes. All right, and then we're going to do our waterline. And this is two-faced as well. And I'm going to go into my inner corner and just go up. This is like as black as could be. Oh my goodness. This is gorgeous. This is probably, I never actually used this liner before, so I'm very, very, very impressed with this. Okay, so now we have we've done our eyeshadow and we've done our liner. All right, I'll see you in just a few to do our lashes. All right, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Please share this. Go ahead in the comments if you have any questions, requests, etc., etc. Please let me know. Or just let me know if you're liking this, you know. See you in just a few.